Hey guys, it's Emma here and I have my box of stories box for January. So it feels a bit light, and there's a lot of rattling around in here, so let's just get into it and see what we've got. As always, I will link them down below. Box of Stories is a book subscription service and they send you 4 books every month. There's a multiple categories of genres you can pick. You can make up your own box now as well, I think, and it just saves all these amazing books from getting pulp that you wouldn't necessarily know about if it wasn't for this box. So let's see what book 1 is. Ooh, that looks cool. It's The Second Bell by Gabriella Houston. It was kind of fairy tale or something. So it says, "To the world, you're an abomination, a monster with unholy abilities. You're shunned and left to fend for yourself. Your only chance of survival is to tap into that dark potential. Would you do it? In an isolated mountain community, sometimes a child is born with 2 hearts. Such a child, a striga, is considered a dangerous demon which must be abandoned on the edge of the forest to protect the community. The only choice the child's mother can make is whether to leave her home with her infant or stay behind and try to forget. Miria made her choice. She and her 19-year-old Striga daughter, Salka, now live a life of deprivation and hardship in a remote village, where to follow the impulses of the other heart is forbidden. But Salka is headstrong and young, and when threatened with losing everything, she is forced to explore the depths of her true nature, testing the bonds between mother and child." So yeah, we'll give that one a go. I'm not sure about that one by the sounds of it, but I will give it a go like I always do. Book 2, we've got Injection Burn by Jason M. Hugh, something like that. It says, "Skylar Lucan and his ragtag crew of scavengers, scientists and brawlers have a new mission. A journey to a distant planet where a race of benevolent aliens are held captive behind a cloud of destructive ships known as the Swarm Blockade. Almost 2,000 years later, they are finally seen again. Skylar Lucan is the last thing that tough-as-nails Gloria Sandy expected to find at the Swarm Blockade. Surrounded on all sides, the 2 captains will have to learn to work together before their vessels are destroyed, along with any hope of a return to Earth." So it looks like he's done a few books. I don't know if they're in a series, but there's one on the back here that says The Plague Forge and one that says Escape Velocity. So I'm not sure if they are all in the same universe. It looks like there's something called the Dire Earth cycle of books, but I don't think this one's in that. I don't know. Anyway, book 2. Then book 3, we've got Anarchy by Megan Devos. I never know how to pronounce these names. And it says, this is book 1 of the Anarchy series. There are no rules, no governments, and no guarantees that you'll be saved. Rival factions are fighting each other for survival with no loyalty to anyone but their own. At 21, Hayden has taken over Blackwing and is one of the youngest leaders in the area. In protecting his camp from starvation, raids from other factions, and the threat of being kidnapped, he has enough to worry about before he finds Grace, the daughter of the head of the rival camp, Greystone. Grace is slow to trust anyone, much less the leader of those she has been trained to kill. This is danger. This is chaos. This is anarchy. And then on the back it says, not suitable for young readers. So hopefully there's some lovely blood and guts in there. And then last book, feels like a big one, is Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro. It looks like it feels like there's this bit's cut out, but there's no it's not under another page, it's just on the front page. Anyway, it says, "Do you believe in the human heart? I don't mean simply the organ, obviously. I'm speaking in the poetic sense. The human heart. Do you think there is such a thing? Something that makes each of us special and individual? From her place in the store, Clara, an artificial friend with outstanding observational qualities, watches carefully the behaviours of those who come in to browse, and of those who pass in the street outside. She remains hopeful a customer will soon choose her, but when the possibility emerges that her circumstances may change forever, Clara is warned not to invest too much in the promises of humans. In Clara and the Sun, Kazuo Ishiguro looks at our rapidly changing modern world through the eyes of an unforgettable narrator to explore a fundamental question. What does it mean to love? So yeah, that one sounds pretty good. And I think, yeah, that's all that's in the box. We've just got our box of stories little kind of postcard thing here, and it says a surprise box curated just for you, and it's like a pretty picture with a moon and everything on it. So usually they have a card that on the back will say all the like things that you can do with your box of stories, like pause it or change the subscription or whatever, but there's nothing on the back of this one. It's just a postcard, and it is quite pretty, so I might end up keeping it. Although it does say box of stories on it and there's words in the middle, but I might end up keeping it. As I say, that's all that is in the box. So you've just got all your facts here, like you always do. So 77 million books are destroyed in the UK every year. 83% of those books are pulped before they've even been read. So this box is amazing for saving a bunch of these books so that we can read them and we wouldn't have heard about them before. So yeah, I do think it is a great subscription. I might have to stop it for a while though. I am running out of space for all these books and I can't read them as fast as they're coming in. So watch this space. I might have to curtail some of this, but we'll see. Although my next box is due in, because I do them every 3 months, my next box is due in like April, which is my birthday month, so I probably won't cut that one off, but we'll see. So let's see what we got. We got Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro. We got Anarchy by Megan DeVos, which is the start of a series of books apparently. We got Injection Burn by Jason M. Hugh. And we got The Second Bell by Gabriella Houston. So yeah, and I don't think I already said this, but this is the sci-fi fantasy box. Unfortunately they still don't do a horror one, but that's probably for the best if I'm going to stop these for a while. But yeah, sci-fi fantasy, they do crime, they do a bunch of other genres. But yeah, that is it for this one, guys. Any comments, leave them down below, share with your friends, give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you next time, guys. Bye!